Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I cannot believe they are doing this to Holly Jonas. I mean, I am literally sitting here vibrating with rage after seeing the spoilers for Wednesday, July 22. Are we actually supposed to sit here and watch EJ DiMera completely destroy a teenage girl's life and just get away with it? Because that is exactly what is happening, and I am losing my mind. I've been watching since 2015, and this is honestly one of the most frustrating, infuriating things they've done with EJ in a long time. React first, explain later, right? Okay, so if you haven't seen the Wednesday preview yet, Holly is in absolute hysterics. She is crying, she is screaming, and she is desperately denying that those tainted Coracil pills belong to her. And the worst part? Nobody believes her. And can we talk about Tate for a second? I am so incredibly disappointed in him right now. Tate has been defending Holly against all these drug accusations for weeks. He was her rock. He stood by her when everyone else was whispering about her. But the second he finds those pills in her hospital bag, pills that EJ planted, by the way, he just folds. He looks at her like she's a junkie lying to his face. I mean, come on, Tate. You know, this girl, she wouldn't do this, especially after everything that happened with Destiny dying from this exact same tainted batch. But no, Tate and Sarah are standing there looking at Holly with this awful mixture of pity and suspicion. It makes my blood boil. Remember when they tried this kind of wrongfully accused teenager storyline with Sierra back in the day? Yeah, didn't work then either because it just makes the adults look completely incompetent and the teens look like victims. So what does Holly do? She packs her bags. The spoilers show Holly crying with her luggage fully packed, and honestly, I don't blame her. If my own boyfriend and my doctor didn't believe me when I was being framed by a billionaire sociopath, I would run away too. It looks like she might actually sneak out of the hospital the second Sarah turns her back. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. If Holly runs away, she is putting herself in so much physical danger because whoever is actually distributing these tainted pills is still out there. But she's a teenager, she's terrified, and she feels completely alone. I know some people are loving this dark, gritty drug storyline, but personally, I just want to give Holly a massive hug. Nicole is going to absolutely lose her mind when she finds out what EJ did to her daughter. Like, EJ is supposed to be her stepfather figure, and he is throwing her directly under the bus to save his own skin. Okay, back to the point. Sarah is at least trying to figure this out. She hasn't completely given up on Holly, even if she's doubting her in the moment. Sarah ends up going to Xander for help, which I am weirdly here for. Am I the only one who kind of loves Sarah and Xander teaming up as detectives? Sarah asks Xander about the pills because Xander is the one who packed Holly's hospital bag in the first place. This is the smoking gun, people. If Xander confirms that the bag was completely empty of any drugs when he packed it, then Sarah is going to know for a fact that someone planted them after the fact. Xander better come through here. He has been making so many bad decisions lately with Kristen and Gwen, but he has a chance to actually save Holly right now. He needs to look Sarah in the eye and tell her that bag was clean. And speaking of the devil himself, let's pivot to EJ DiMera. I am so sick of his smug face, but apparently the walls are finally starting to close in on him. On Wednesday, we see EJ looking incredibly anxious and confiding in his assistant, Rita. EJ never shows weakness. So, things are really bad behind closed doors. But why is he sweating? Is it because Kayla just kicked him off the hospital board? Is it because Johnny is furious with him over the Chanel situation? Or, and this is my personal favorite theory, is EJ actually feeling a tiny microscopic shred of guilt for framing his stepdaughter with lethal drugs? Huh. Who am I kidding? EJ doesn't feel guilt. He's just terrified of getting caught by the ISA or Rafe. He knows that if the truth comes out about him planting that Coraceal, his life is entirely over. But seriously, EJ playing God with everyone's lives is getting completely out of hand. He's juggling the tainted drug cover-up, the Lexi Carver resurrection failure, and now framing a teenager. He is spiraling. I mean, he snaps on Sarah, he's alienating Johnny, and he is just making enemies left and right. I predict that Rita is going to accidentally leak something, or EJ is going to slip up because he's stretched way too thin. I am here for his downfall. I am counting down the days until Rafe slaps the cuffs on him. But I also dread how much collateral damage there's going to be before that happens. Holly is already paying the price for his sheer arrogance. Now, let's talk about this bizarre interaction between Kayla and Kat Green. Kayla, sweet, oblivious Kayla, actually offers Kat a job at the hospital. I had to pause my screen and just laugh out loud. Kayla thinks Kat is just this nice woman who helped EJ in Italy and is hanging around Salem looking for a fresh start. She probably thinks Kat would be a great addition to the staff once EJ is officially out of the picture. But we all know the truth. Kat is an undercover ISA agent. She doesn't want a job checking blood pressure. She wants to put EJ in federal prison. The irony of Kayla offering an international spy a desk job is just peak Days of Our Lives comedy. But you know what? Kat might actually take the job. Think about it. If she accepts Kayla's offer, she gets permanent, unrestricted access to the hospital's records, the pharmacy, and EJ's old office. It is the perfect cover for her ISA mission. Andrew Donovan has been breathing down her neck, telling her this operation is too dangerous, but Kat is stubborn. I swear she reminds me so much of Shane Donovan back in his prime. She is not going to let this go. If she takes this job, she can dig into the DiMera Pharmaceuticals drug logs and finally prove that EJ knew about the tainted Coraceal all along. I am so ready for Kat to take him down from the inside. And finally, the most chaotic duo we didn't know we needed, Gabi Hernandez and Leo Stark. I am sorry, but these two teaming up is going to be absolute television gold. On Wednesday, Leo goes snooping around Gwen's room at the Salem Inn, because of course he does. Leo has zero boundaries and lives for the drama, and he realizes that Gwen's bed hasn't been slept in. Gwen is missing, and this is where things get really dark. Leo tells Gabi that before Gwen disappeared, she gave him a very specific warning. If anything happens to her, EJ DiMera is the one to blame. I am officially panicking for Gwen. Yes, she's done terrible things, and yes, she's been a total mess lately, but she doesn't deserve whatever EJ has planned for her. Gwen was heavily invested in EJ's projects, and we know EJ has been trying to cut her out of their arrangement. Did EJ have her kidnapped? Did he do something worse? Or did Kristen snatch her by mistake? The timeline says Kristen is the one getting snatched soon, but now Gwen is missing? Salem is turning into a literal war zone. Gabi is already furious with the DiMeras, and she has all that Titan money from Theo burning a hole in her pocket. If she and Leo join forces to find Gwen and take down EJ, it is going to be an absolute bloodbath. I know Gabi is controversial, But when she goes into full revenge mode, she is unstoppable. I am just so emotionally exhausted by this show sometimes. But I literally cannot look away between Holly running away, Xander holding the key to her innocence, Kat playing hospital spy, and Gabi and Leo forming the unholiest of alliances to find Gwen. Wednesday's episode is going to be insane. I am going to be obsessively watching every single scene. What do you guys think? Is Xander going to save Holly by confirming the bag was empty? Is EJ going to crack under the pressure of all his lies? Drop your wildest theories below, because I need to talk about this with people who understand the crazy lore of this show. Salem is about to explode, and I am strapping in for the ride.